I forgot to start my recording. So what I've done is I've made my shape. It's a little 2D shape. And I've made it into a block, but I'm saving it as a file. Okay, but here's my pick point. That spot right there is my 0, 0 point when I put it in. Okay, click. So now I've got that. Now when I go to Revit, let me open Revit. And so if you don't have all this in there, that's okay. If you've just got some walls and some windows and stuff, that will be perfectly fine. It's hard when we're mixing and matching so much stuff. Okay, so that was the trick, is I turned my block into what's called a W block, which means that it's its own little file. And you can go through that same thing where you just go W block, right block. And it's taken me forever to have Revit come up. There it goes. Yeah, they have changed Revit a lot. They've actually made it useful. When I first started with Revit in about 2010, it was horrible. It was so hard to work with, but now it's getting better. But of course, it's such a big program; it's taking a long time. But that's okay. I'm recording this and I will send it to you. It'll come on soon. And you know, I even have a really fast big computer. Okay, here we go. Maybe here we go. It's going to come on one of these days. Okay. So I'm going to do a new. I like the architectural template. I think it's easier. And I'm going to do all this on my floor plan level 1. No, I'm not using VMware at the moment. When I do the double screen and everything, the VMware gets really tricky because my computer has a hard time figuring out which computer is supposed to be using the microphone and the camera. So if I'm on VMware, I have to really do a lot of setup ahead of time. So here I am, though. You can see I'm on floor plan level 1. And I'm just going to put in a wall. And I'll make it an 8-foot tall wall. And I don't really even care much about my wall. Because I really just want to show how to put the thing in there. So now I'm going to insert. So I went to the insert tab. And I'm going to import my CAD. This is only going to let me put in a 3D. Well, hold on a sec. I've been able to do that before. I've been able to put families in. Okay, so now I'm going to have to go back and figure it out. I've put that in before. Oh yeah, there it is. And it lets me, and then I have to unpin it, and then I can put it in. So it did let me do it. Okay, I thought it would. So it's, yeah, if you link it, I'm not positive it'll work very well on VMware, because then when you go back in, it's going to look for the address of it. And so even if you did get it in, when you come back to reopen it, it's really kind of hard. So I would do the import CAD and bring it in, but it's just a little 2D item. If you look at this in 3D, let me look at a 3D version of it. You can see it's still just a little flat. It's still just a little flat thing right there. But it's okay. It'll still look like it. A lot of places do that for what they call placeholders for plumbing and furniture and things like that, where they're just putting in placeholders. So you can do that. So that's the way to do it. You make your 2D block. You go to W block to save it as its own file. And then when you come over here, you do an import CAD. And yes, you do then have to make a different file for every block. So that's one of the things. Now, it's not too hard. If you've got them all done, you can do it kind of quickly and easily. So I wouldn't spend too much time on it. Just get a couple of them in there just to show what's going on. And that was the essence of the details, just so that you can see what you would do is you would do what's called a drafting view. And on that drafting view, you would do that insert CAD, and you would actually put your CAD file in. But you don't have them already drawn, so don't worry about it. It's not necessary. Okay? Yeah, yeah. All right, so if that looks pretty good, you can give that a try. Take your time. Don't worry about it. I know VMware was down, so you have all the time in the world to get it done. But don't work too hard on it. This is supposed to be sort of the take it easy, just learn new stuff and let it soak in, okay? Cool. All right, then I'll go ahead and log off, and I'll see you tomorrow in class. Thank you. Bye.